Hello and welcome. This is a short video called Plan for the Worst and Work for the Best. It's a video segment where I get to talk to the creative staging team who's been doing corporate events for over 25 years and has seen their fair share of disruptions about the current event industry, what's going on, and what technologies and different opportunities can partners and clients take advantage of during these times. So the first question that I have is for Frank Tierno and Keith Tebow. Ask the guys, welcome, thanks for coming on. Guys, the first question I have is, have you seen anything like this before in the industry?
We absolutely have. There have been a few virus scares during my career, but the one thing that was probably most comparable to the current situation would be 9/11. 9/11 really froze the event and travel industry for several weeks. It took a while for folks to feel safe, travel, and have meetings again.
I can imagine. I can imagine. So, what are the alternatives? How can companies still put together effective, polished, and professional meetings in a completely virtual environment?
That's why we wanted to put this video together. We wanted to share some of the strategies that we currently support for our partners, and that allows them to continue to communicate on a small and large scale. It incorporates leaders from all over the world. It'll allow hundreds or even thousands of viewers to engage with those leaders in a polished fashion, just like they would for a typical live event. We've pulled some of our video and broadcasting team members together to help to display some of these technologies. Ian is one of our senior producers here at Creative Staging. He takes lead on a lot of our video conferencing or webcasting. So Ian, would you mind sharing some of the technologies that we're going to showcase in this video?
Absolutely. Thanks, Keith. So I think the first thing we like to do is understand what the client's message is going to be. At that point, we have three different levels of options to suit that client's needs. The first one being a single source or single presenter message to get out to his or her employees. The next step above that would be a multi-source, much like what we're doing today with Fluid Interaction, all the way up to a comprehensive virtual summit, full interaction, very much like an in-person event you would attend, even virtual networking. So as you can see today, we've set up these multiple feeds to give you an idea of what's possible. The first feed you see is Frank and Keith, and they're currently in a setup similar to what we would do for a primary executive that needs to address his company. Then we've incorporated additional feeds, such as Matt and myself, to mimic additional speakers or presenters coming into the meeting. Each one of these feeds is controlled and managed by the creative staging team.
Those are great options, guys. Thanks for sharing. What makes that so different than a typical conferencing platform, specifically on the smaller level of the virtual meetings?
So, although major travel has slowed down, we send out a small video crew via ground transport to each primary speaker you'd like to have broadcast their message. With a small amount of production, we can incorporate a professional-looking set like the one behind us today, right in your home or office. This ensures the video feed from the primary executive is HD quality and represents your brand well.
They have all the capabilities that any of the major web conferencing platforms would have, such as asking questions, chatting, security features. But we had several other layers of that technology and design that increases the production and the efficiency that goes along with it. Some of the things include Slido, virtual workshops, virtual networking, a typical run of show where we have our stage manager that you're probably already familiar with that would come out and help keep that polished like a typical creative staging event.
Thanks, guys. It looks like you're giving a lot of great options where companies can continue to communicate in a highly interactive virtual environment, a lot more advanced than options that they may have from just typical web platforms or things that existed over the last couple of years. Um, what type of information do you need from an interested client or partner to get a proposal together to give them an idea of what this may cost?
Like all creative staging events, this would be designed in a comprehensive way and tailored to your specific needs. The cost really depends on the amount of source locations, production level, and audience size, for instance.
Yeah, one other thing to point out is we've set up a studio here in our warehouse. Hopefully it helps you facilitate some webcasting needs that you may have and make it a little bit more cost effective.
Thank you so much, guys. It's great information. Now, I'd like to switch topics slightly. We're all pretty confident that the COVID situation will calm down and things will get back to normal sooner rather than later. What advice do you have for meeting planners and corporate communicators right now to prepare for when things are running smoothly again?
So Matt, we're confident as well things will return back to normal. Creative staging is uniquely suited for this. We have some of the most favorable cancellation policies in the industries. Our clients should feel comfortable moving forward with pre-production, discussions, and work, knowing that they're protected contractually by these extreme situations. We want to make sure our clients and partners know that we are here to help and support in any way we can.
Matt, additionally, we've added some options to have our team assist in planning contingencies for our clients. Many of our clients have canceled events. They were really caught off guard. So during your pre-planning, we'll work with you to ensure that you have a solid backup plan for delays and cancellation, weathered events that would happen, and a variety of any other disruptions.
The biggest point we want to get across is that there are still a lot of options to communicate effectively and professionally without gathering in large groups. Messaging is just extremely important in these types of situations. Rest assured, we will approach every virtual program with the same level of expertise and professionalism that we do on show site.
Thanks, guys. Makes perfect sense. What's the best way for an event planner or corporate communications team to start to plan one of these webcasts or continue to work on a live event that may be coming up in the next couple of months?
There's a contact form on our website at creativestaging.com. There you can share a little of your messaging needs. And that form goes to all of our producers. One of our creative staging guys will reach out to you right away.
Thank you guys for sharing today. That's all the time that we wanted to take, and we wanted to also thank everyone else who's watching this video. If you or someone you know could benefit from seeing this, feel free to share it with them, and follow Creative Staging at Creative Staging on Instagram and Facebook, or visit the website at creativestaging.com. Keith, Frank, Ian, and the rest of the team behind the scenes, thank you so much for sharing this today. Everybody have a great day. Thank you.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks everybody.
Thanks, guys.